Yeah, good.
Here you go, Alex. Here you go, Jack. Come on, Allie. Come on, now. Here you go, Allie. Come on, two. Come on, two. Lauren! Here we go!
Oh.
Let's go, team. Here we go. Make it. Here we go, Tristan. Here we go, 2, 3. Here we go, guys. We got 1 out, 1, 3. Outfield, look 4. She goes!
Plymouth.
Hey, Taylor!
Welcome to Chase Field for today's matchup between Plymouth and Bow. My name is Joey LeBlanc. Alongside me is Katie Martin. It is a beautiful day for softball. We are in the top of the second inning. The score right now is 5-0. Plymouth is leading here early on. And Katie, why don't you take us through the starting lineups?
Starting lineups for Bow today. Number 1 is going to be Alexandra Bissett, followed by Allie Baudet. Behind her would be Erin Baldwin. Batting 4th today will be Lauren Colby, followed by Brooke Bale. Then behind her, Shannon Ford, Jade Dowling, and Chelsea Rosu will be batting 8th, and 9th cleanup will be Caitlin Howe.
First pitch fouled off. Once again on the mound today for Plymouth is Casey Johnston. And it's 0-2 count early on. And swing and a miss. That'll be a first strikeout of the inning for Johnston.
As we saw last inning, she didn't let any runners get over home plate, and she had a couple of runners out on the bases, one over at third base, so really staying strong in the defense today.
Foul ball goes directly into the Plymouth dugout. Record this season for Plymouth is 8-3. Johnston gets her swing at that low pitch. Think she was caught off guard in that last one, Katie?
I think so. I think that Plymouth's doing a really good job throughout this whole season that we've seen, at least with changing up the pitches and her pitching speed.
She's a tad outside. On deck is Jade Dowling. And strike 3 called. Looking. 2 strikeouts in a row now. Jade Dowling, number 5, at the plate for Bow. 2 outs in the inning. Score is 5-0. Swing and miss on the first pitch. Johnston's second pitch down low gets her swinging again. Now an 0-2 count. Plymouth fielders not having a whole lot of work to do so far, at least in this inning.
And on the other side of that, their bats today have been superb so far starting out in that first inning, as we saw a lot of hits to the outfield and just even a couple of infield ones with a little bit of miscommunication by Bow players getting that clinch out.
And down low, now a 2-2 count. And yeah, Katie, going back to that inning, one missed throw was the difference maker in that inning. Could have, set Bow up to get out a lot earlier than they did. Plymouth was just finding those gaps left and right. It was really something to watch. And low again, now a full count.
An overthrow or miscommunication turned a single hit into a triple hit on a couple of those plays.
And that is something I'm sure Coach not too happy about, and it'll get cleaner as the game goes on. And ball 4 balls in a row, and that'll be a walk. So still not much going on for the fielders, but I think they'll take that any day of the week watching the way Johnston's pitching today.
Really how she's been pitching all season.
And it seems like every game we've done, at least, she's been on the mound and she's been superb for Plymouth. Got to think that that's who they go with, in the playoffs in the future. Strike 1 called. Chelsea Rosso. Strike called. Checking on the runner at first. Able to slide back was Dowling. Oh, 2 count. What are the chances we get 4 balls in a row, Katie?
I don't want to make those odds.
And a strikeout, 3 strikeouts in the inning for Johnston. That will end the inning. Still 5-0. Plymouth leading, coming up on the bottom of the inning. We're just going to take a quick break here. It is time for the bottom of the second inning. Score is 5-0. And Katie, why don't you take us to the lineup for Plymouth?
Starting up right now, we're a little bit, carrying over from last inning. So if the number 4 batter up today is going to... Number 2 batter is going to be Jackie Common.
Sorry, she's wearing number 4.
and then behind her will be Tristan Keller. Behind her will be Casey Johnston, followed by Grace Como, Alexis Thompson, Jenna Flaherty, Molly Edmark, and net batting number 9, Taylor Schamberger, with a pinch hitter for Emma Cooper.
Little poke out to left center field. Gets by the center fielder. Gomer rounding second. Heading for third. The throw into the cutoff. Off of the cutoff man's glove right there. And Gomer is going to go home. And that will be an inside the Parker. So I was about to say, anytime you can start off the third inning. What are we? The second inning. The second inning with your number 2 batter at the plate. You did great things in the first.
Yeah.
And anytime she goes out there and gets a inside the park home run, I mean, how are you going to top that, right?
That's what we were saying earlier, like not getting those balls down and not catching them and, not being in front of them to get them down. It's really what's going to hurt, seeing as Plymouth is not afraid of running and not afraid of challenging those infield players.
This one's stroked out to left center as well. This time center fielder gets in front of it and it will just be a single. Casey Johnston with a runner on first. Nobody out. Scores 6-0. We'll see if she can give herself a little more insurance. Bo having a tough season this year at 2-8. Strike called. Pitching today for Bo is Lauren Colby, the junior. It's Johnson to swing at that one.
Looks like she reached for that one very, very far out of her regular batting zone. She's really ball hungry.
And you think that's due to her teammates' bats, getting so on fire right now? Johnson pops this one up to left field, over the head of the left fielder. Bright sun today, probably to blame on that play. And now runners on second and third after that double.
Really great ball placement by her, as maybe the outfield is shifting now towards center because that's where the hot bats are going, but sinking one right out to left field is really a prime placement for her as she gets her way around the bases and gets a pinch runner in for her, and that'll be number 1, Emma Campbell.
Now at the plate is Grace Como, the junior. Two runners in scoring position. Nobody out in the inning. Strike one called. So on the ground, gets by the catcher. Runner is going to come home, no throw. And now the score is 7-0.
As I said earlier, Plymouth being really aggressive on that base running, and that's how they're able to get this lead out here right now, and not being afraid to run down on a loose ball that gets past any player out there.
They have their eyes set on that first place spot. You know, Milford, of course, 9-0, going to be hard to catch them, but you know, Plymouth, not too far behind, just 3 losses on the season. 2-1 count. This one stroked over to short. The throw to first in time, and that will be the first out of the inning, but not before another run scores. Now 8-0.
I think that was one of the first defensive plays that we've seen the infield for Bo actually, make happen and get that out at first. Really, really great throw by shortstop over to first and right to her glove. So great communication and great effort there.
A nice pick, one hand over to the left there by the shortstop. This one stroked up over a jumping Shannon Ford.
Just barely missing it on the top of her glove.
That will be a single for Thompson. Yeah, not a whole lot you can do on those hard hit balls. Maybe get a bigger glove.
Yeah, maybe.
And that will bring up now Jenna Flaherty, the catcher. Hits this one down into the dirt, foul. Ball call, low pitch there.
We saw Plymouth's catcher check the runner at first base last time up at bat, so we'll see if Bo's catcher is just as aggressive on that.
Yeah, a little bit of a secondary lead being taken there over at first. But Thompson's quite quick. She's ready. Every time the catcher gets that ball, going to be hard to catch her off guard. 1-2. One down in the inning. Hit on the ground, foul, third base side. Hit on the ground to second. The throw to first, and that will be the second out of the inning. Or maybe they thought it was a third. I don't know. Some people thought it was a third out. Everyone started walking back to the dugout. Was it a trick play?
It might have been.
Either way, it didn't work out. And 2 outs in the inning. The score is 8-0, and we're still underway. Molly Edmark, the sophomore, now at the plate. Edmark takes one inside for a ball. Strokes this one out to center field. No catch made. Ball bounced out of the glove, and that will lead to another run scoring for Plymouth.
Really great ball contact. I'm not sure if we've seen like this before, where they make such great solid hits, so early in the game all season.
Yeah, definitely a great observation, Katie. They've been stroking it up over the infield. And that's just really impressive, finding the gap. It's one thing to hit it hard, but if you hit it right to the outfielder, they're going to catch it every time. But this has just been some great ball so far from Plymouth. This one hit on the ground over to first. And the tag is made. And that will be the third out of the inning. And the score 9-0. Don't go anywhere. We have top of the fourth on the way. Welcome back. Top of the third. I lied. It is the top of the third inning.
Maybe it's the sun getting to you because it's one of the nicer days we've had.
It definitely is. I don't know what's going on once the sun rises. I just want to be outside. Glad to be here at the field. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. First pitch, strike one, swing and a miss on that one. Johnson's second pitch, just a tad outside.
Ball a little high. Kind of makes you wonder if she's going to be throwing changeups at all this game or just keep the consistency of the strikes that she's been throwing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Katie, if she did with the lead that Plymouth has. You can start, trying out some of your pitches, see how they work. Right now, all of her pitches seem to be working. 1-2 count. 3 strikeouts in the last inning for Johnston. And make that another strikeout. Not to mention she got a double early in the bottom of the last inning.
Before up at bat, I'm pretty sure she got to triple. Like
in the first
from
inning?
From errors, and then she got a pinch runner on.
So really doing it all today for Plymouth, much like the rest of the team is hitting on all cylinders right now. Exactly what you want to see at this point in the season. Back to the top of the lineup now for Bo. We'll see if they can get anything going. This one head out to first base sideline foul, and looked like she was just a little behind that pitch there, Katie. And definitely speaks to the speed Johnson can put on some of those pitches there, but wouldn't be surprised to see an off-speed pitch try to catch her off guard.
Or catch her reaching.
Popped up. Catch is made easily at short. 2 down in the inning. It is the top of the third. Score 9-0, Plymouth leading. There are 2 outs. Hit on the ground over to first, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3, and we'll be back with Plymouth in the bottom of the third. Welcome back. It is the bottom of the third inning. Falcons up against the Bobcats here at Chase Field. Score 9-0. Plymouth hitting off early in this game. We're here with the top of the lineup. Boyd will lead things off. And Plymouth gone through the lineup a couple times already. And Boyd stepping into the batter's box, and we are all set to get underway. Strike one called. Ball thrown high and away. Boyd strokes this one out to left center. Ball gets by the left fielder. Boyd is rounding second, heading for third. She will hold up at third base. A leadoff triple to start the third inning.
Both teams, again, with that ball placement, not to keep harping on it, but that one sent right over the shortstop, just like we saw the last time with the bow up. So, just barely missing by a few inches, and that could have been an out, but just perfect timing for that hit and placement as the outfielder had to go run off after that one.
I don't think we got a spread chart to look at where all the balls are landing, but I'm sure if we did, there would be a ton out in that left center spot right now. As a little pick-off attempt goes wrong on Boyd over there, but good backup by the Falcons. And Jackie Gomer at the plate with a runner in scoring position at third. Nobody out, and ball headed out to left center field. Going back, bouncing off of the wall. Boyd will score. Gomer rounding second, coming to third. Gomer heading home now, and that will be an inside the park home run for Gomer.
So much power behind these swings. You know, where have these bats been all year, at least the last couple games that we've been watching?
It is clearly saving it for warmer weather. I want to make sure everyone's here to see when they get these nice hits, right? If they did it for the first game we did, it's pouring rain, no one would know.
No.
So we're really putting on a show out here today is Plymouth. Keller at the plate. Tristan Keller, the first baseman, her senior year. There's nobody out in the inning. It is the bottom of the third.
I was looking at their roster, and I'm surprised that they only have 2 seniors. Small graduating class for Bobcats this year. So hopefully that they don't miss them too much next year as they graduate and get more people coming up.
Yeah, there's actually, we're getting a motion from our producer. There are 3. So, I mean, still not a huge number of seniors as that one's popped up to right field. Catch is made, first out of the inning. Going back to what you were saying, Katie, yeah, there's not a whole lot of seniors on this team, so I think that really bodes well for this team in the future. You've got a whole lot of juniors, sophomores contributing to this team. Even you got, Thompson, who's a freshman out here playing. You got Flaherty, who's a freshman as well, out here playing for the team and making significant contributions. Johnston at the plate. And rips one down the third base line. Nearly hit coach.
Probably telling him that she didn't like his batting call.
Yeah, gave her the bunt sign or something and let one rip. And now an 0-1 count for Johnston. Swing and a miss on that one. Little bit of a slower pitch, kind of got her off guard.
Just going underneath her bat or barely just missing it with a swing there.
Johnson fouls this one back. Staying alive in an 0-2 count. And Ford on the mound today, she's a pitcher that pitches down low, trying to force, some ground balls, but Johnson striking out there. Just hasn't had the luck today. Plymouth has just been great at getting the bat on the ball.
Finding those pitches any way they come.
Grace Komu, the junior, takes one inside for a ball. One count. This one hit down in the dirt, bouncing off the leg of Komu, and it's going to be ruled a foul ball. One, 2 count. It's one down in the inning. It's hit on the ground over to third. The throw to first in time. And this time I got the... And now they're going to take a timeout. Oh, that was 3 outs. Sorry. Now I'm getting the outs wrong. We'll be back. Welcome back. Katie, what inning is it?
4.
Thank you. Didn't want to say the wrong one again. Top of or bottom of the 4th inning. Wait, no.
Top of the 4th.
This hot weather's
You know what? I'm going to take over play-by-play now. So we have a new pitcher in for Bobcats, and it'll be freshman Riley Flaherty.
And, I think that has to do with this 11-run lead. Thank you for chipping in for me. Katie, Flaherty, she's playing well today. I think that a good move by coach to make this pitching change. You want to save Johnston for other games where the score a little bit closer. You want to have your best pitcher available. But game's still early on. There's a chance that Bo could go on a run here. Good thing that Plymouth, though, does have quite a few pitchers they can go to. You got Flaherty. I'm sure a couple other girls in the team that can go out there on the mound. Erin Baldwin at the plate for Bo. Lefty batter. Takes this one high.
Seems like what I've seen from her Warner pitches, that her pitches are a little bit faster.
This one hit on the ground past second base, and all make it all the way out to the center fielder, and a leadoff single.
One of the better hits we've seen today from Bo that's been able to make it past the infield.
Now at the plate, Lauren Colby, the pitcher for Bo. Runner on first base with nobody out. Takes that one inside for a strike. 0-1 count. Flaherty's second pitch down in the dirt, slipped out there. Score is 11-0, but it is the
Top of the fourth.
top of the fourth. Swing and a miss, and the pickoff attempt over to first base, not in time. Good job sliding back to the bag there. Lauren Colby is a junior at Bo. Low pitch again there.
She tries to have a speed, but I think she needs to focus more on the consistency, and then she'll just be able to sink those in there. But the beginning pitches had some sauce behind them.
And a little high there on that pitch, and another pickoff attempt over to first base. And I do see what you mean, Katie. That the arm motion, it's violent. It gets the ball there quick, but if you hold on to it, just that tad too long, it's going to be a little far off target. And that's a walk there. Now runners on first and second. Nobody out in the inning. The plate now, Brooke Beal, the freshman. Well, a lot of freshmen on this Bo roster. Comprised mostly of freshmen and seniors. And Bo going to make a pinch runner here for their pitcher. Right now they're just trying to communicate with the ref who will come out and make the switch. And Katie, obviously impressed with the way Plymouth is playing today. What has been most impressive, the hitting or the pitching?
Definitely the hitting so far. Really, that's what has given them this lead out here. Their ball placement and just the power behind those swings is really what's controlling this game right now. But on the other side of that, as you said, pitching, it's been really no hitter almost before this inning. So great job on the defensive grind in that aspect.
Oh, 1 count. And a swing and a miss on that pitch. Runner on first and runner on second. Oh, 2 count for Beal. Pops this one up, out of play. Back behind the Bow dugout. Pretty big crowd here in attendance for today's game.
Going 3.
And yeah, Katie calling it, reading the play out here from the booth, and nearly an attempt to steal there, but a good throw over to third and a good catch as well. And that pitch high for a ball. Thompson's missed high a couple times in this inning, or Flaherty, apologies, missed high a couple times in this inning.
And that'll be her first strikeout of the game.
And picking up right where Johnston left off with the strikeouts. It'll bring up Shannon Ford, the senior. This one stroked out to second base. And the ball bounced off of the glove there. And now bases loaded with one out here for Bo.
Just like that in the inning we saw before, 1, 2, 3 out. Now we have bases loaded and Bo is on the rebound, quick with the bats now. So this might make for an interesting game if they can come back from that deficit that Plymouth has installed on them.
Yeah, still quite a few innings to play. As long as you get it within 10 runs, you avoid that mercy rule. You give your team a chance. So, they want to get it down to at least 9 runs if they can. Now would be a great time to strike for Bo. Strike called.
And it looks like in the bullpen for Plymouth, they might have another pitcher warming up for later in the game.
And, yeah, the freshman on the mound right now trying to get herself out of a jam. And that pitch down low for a ball. Pickoff attempt over to third base, just trying to keep her at home after a big lead.
I mean, keep her away from home.
You're right. Got me there. True. And looks like sliding into home safely on the play was Aaron Baldwin. Runners on second and third now. First run of the game for Bo. Score now 11-1. Chance to strike again in the inning with only one out. Abby Hutchinson. Strike 3 called.
Second strikeout of the game for her.
And that will bring up now Rebecca Plummer. She takes that one high for a ball. 2 down in the inning now, so Plummer, a real big at-bat here, giving her team a chance to get back into this game. Another ball call. Tag placed on the runner at third, but she was on the base safely. Senior at the plate with a chance to start a comeback. Takes that one for a strike. 2-1 count. Another strike. Riley Flaherty. The chance to end it now, a 2-2 count. We'll see what she goes with. And gets her to swing on that last pitch and strike out. And that will end the inning. Score 11-1. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th inning. Alexandra Bassett, the freshman, leadoff batter. Or I'm looking at the wrong roster here. Alexis Thompson at the plate for Plymouth. Strike call. 0-1 count for Thompson. Thompson hits this one on the ground, picked up by the pitcher to throw to first in time for the first out of the inning.
Plymouth was out and early with the hot bats now. In the last couple of times they've been up there, some of them have been hitting the ball with the tips of their bats, and they haven't, full ride swing. So you got to take a step back maybe and regroup and try to get those A+ hits out.
This one hit on the ground to third, foul, just barely. And yeah, I think you're right, Katie. The fundamentals are lacking for Plymouth at the plate right now. They just need to, get that bat on the ball, start driving it out. Left center field was the hot spot early in the game. We haven't seen anything get hit out there.
Then again, they can afford to do that with the lead that they have, so they can be trying anything they want up in that box.
For sure. We'll see if, maybe we get some little trickery, a couple bunts here and there. Plymouth, of course, we've seen them bunt a couple times. We know Thompson is one of those players that can get it done. Thompson takes this one inside for a ball. 2-1 count. This one hit on the ground off the glove of the pitcher. Throw to first off target. Flaherty will hold up.
Again, one of those things we talked about earlier in the game too, making those plays and landing those passes glove to glove, and one of those overthrows could be another stolen base, so got to be on top of it out there. And
I know it doesn't seem far from second to first, but it's a position that I played, and I know sometimes you can just throw it completely by the first baseman, and it's just a terrible play. You get mad at yourself, and what I want to see is, this Bow infield kind of buckle down and really start making those throws as this game goes on. A nice catch made in foul territory. Now 2 down in the inning. Taylor Schamberger, sophomore outfielder. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Down low for a ball. Score is 11-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. Schamberger hits this on the ground off the glove of the shortstop, Shannon Ford. One of those tough ones just rolled right up the arm there. Runners on first and second now with 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup here for Plymouth with Emily Boyd. Boyd hits this one on the ground to third, off the glove of the third baseman. A runner is going to come home, and that will be another run scored for Plymouth now, 12-1. Still 2 outs in the inning. Runners on first and second base now for Jackie Gallmer, the number 2 hitter in today in Plymouth's lineup. And of course there is that mercy rule, so Bow now has to score at least 2 runs in this next inning if they want this game to continue and keep their hopes of a comeback alive. First though, they have to get out of this inning. Ball gets by the catcher. Runner now, both runners advance. Runners on second and third. Timeout is called, figuring something out over there on the sideline between Bow's coach and the umpire.
She asked for clarification on something. Couldn't quite hear the rest.
And we'll see what comes out of this. Maybe going to figure out what's going on with some players, or maybe eligibility for pitching or switch, some kind of switch, something that we can't read lips here up here and convey to you guys at home.
Maybe someone batted out of order. That'd be my guess.
And never has it happened before in a game that I was at. Have you ever seen that happen, Katie?
What, batting out of order?
Yeah.
And for Bobcats or just in general?
Just in general.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Usually turns out positive for both sides?
No, if they get a run in, that doesn't count, or it's an out. One of those.
So I think that is what we're trying to figure out right now, what the issue is. So you have Gomer at the plate, and it seemed like everyone went in order this inning. You know, you started with Thompson, Flaherty, Edmark, Schamberger, Boyd, Gomer. Maybe someone just had the wrong lineup written down. Always could be the case. Both coaches now over talking to the umpire, trying to sort things away.
It's too hot to sit.
It is far, far too hot to sit. Got to stand up, do some stretching. Everyone else kind of hanging out right now on the field. We got catchers sitting down, playing in the dirt.
I do not miss having to wear those long pants and high socks out in the sun in May.
As the mask probably doesn't feel too good either.
No.
And I was just glad that, baseball, we got to wear just baseball caps. It was always pretty comfortable. But, I think baseball pants were invented at a time, before they had maybe clothing that kept you cool in the hot weather.
Oh, goodness, no. Have you been in the D&M factory up there where they have, the history of the manufacturing of the uniforms, the balls, and the equipment? They have a mannequin of the uniforms that they used to wear, and those things are thick.
The wool, I've seen it, the wool uniform.
Yeah.
I'm sure all these players very happy they are not having to wear wool uniforms on a day like this. But yeah, it's funny seeing those gloves that they used to. They look like little mittens compared to the baseball gloves now. It's really some cool stuff over. If you get a chance, go check out D&M just down the street from Chase Field. Still trying to figure out just what is going on the field. We're very unsure. And we're going to take we'll be back once we figure things out. Welcome back for the top of the fifth inning. Runner was called out at third. I'm not going to talk anymore about that. So the runner was out. Some illegal thing happened. And, we're on their way. Scored 12-1. If Bo is unable to score a run in this inning, we're going to have to end the game because that'll be the mercy rule. Score is 13-1. Score 12-1. Getting all kinds of information here. Still on the mound for Plymouth is Flaherty. Throws this one high. Three-one count. Time is called. Coach coming out to talk to the umpire. And I think it's still about that last call, Katie.
It could be. What are they going to have them do? Go back to their positions where it was?
I mean, you never know. It wouldn't be too hard to do, I guess, but now the umpire going over to talk to Bo's coach.
Now, in your opinion, what does Bo need to do to come back in this game?
they need to just start letting it rip. You don't want to be tentative. You want to go up there. So what if you strike out? You're already down, 10 runs. It's no big deal. You go up there, you get ready, you go in with every at-bat, trying to hit that ball, trying to rock it, get your team hyped up, get the juices flowing, and give your team some life. Because I can tell you, when you're down by this many runs, it's not fun. It's not fun playing in those games. Of course, it was never my fault that we were down by that many runs. Because the coach would never pitch me. Howe at the plate for Bo. We'll see if she can turn things around here. This one inside, and that will be a walk to lead off the inning. Nobody down, top of the fifth. Hit on the ground, first base side, gonna stay foul.
That would have been so easy if she had just picked that up on the fair side and went back and tagged her ball.
Yeah, it could have been an easy first out there, but just letting it roll a little bit too long. And that's something you learn, the more you play, just want to drive in on those ground balls. This pitch inside, just kind of hit out on foul ground again, once again on the first base side. Oh, 2 count. Stroked over to the third base side now.
That was a low ball pitch. I think she could have gotten away with that if she hadn't swung at it and would have been ruled a ball.
Definitely a low pitch, but I think they're letting it rip a little bit at the plate here, trying to get something going. Swing and a miss on that one. Pickoff attempt to first is not in time, although it was a beautiful throw down low, right where her first baseman can catch it and place the tag immediately. That's what you want your catcher to do. One down in the inning. Strike called. Down low for a ball. And a swing and a miss on that pitch. And Fleury looking pretty good on the mounds. Allie Bodette at the plate for Bo. Ball bouncing down in front of the plate. Throw over to first. Not in time.
I think this is the most that I've seen in any game, a catcher throwing down from both sides of the teams today, both throwing down to either third or first.
And that one inside. And you got to think that's something coach has seen in practice, seeing that she can make those throws consistently. And it's just giving her a green light every time she sees that runner out just a little bit too far. You send it out there, maybe you can catch her. Ball 4. Now 2 runners on.
The lefty up at bat.
Only lefty on Bo's roster, maybe even on both rosters, Aaron Baldwin. Runners on first and second. Baldwin takes that one low and away for a strike. 0-1 count. This one stroked out to center field. Throw into the cutoff man. The throw home. It's off target. Throw to third. However, it's going to result in an out.
Great throwing there by everybody, trying to get that ball in, and then the ball coming at home. Couldn't quite get the out, so she sends it to third to get that for sure runner who's coming.
So now the score is 12-2. Bo with runner in scoring position at second base. The pitcher, Lauren Colby, at the mound with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. So Bo needs to score here to keep their hopes alive. Strike one. Colby takes the first pitch. Colby walked the last time she was up against Flaherty. Pitch high for a ball. One count. This one hit in the air off of the backstop.
I was ready to catch that if I came over the fence, just so you know. I would save your life. I'd catch that ball for you.
I appreciate it, and I would hope nothing less, because I would catch it with my face. Score right now 12-2. Almost had your chance on that foul ball, Katie.
Almost. I just forgot my glove, so I'm sorry I can't catch it. Yep.
It's all right. Hopefully, the backstop's high enough that we won't have to deal with any foul balls hitting us back here. Looking to set up outside for a pitch, but it went inside. Got her swinging with that strike. And, that is going to end today's game. The score will be 12-2. And, Katie, what are your final thoughts?
I think it was a great game, by Plymouth. Getting those runs in fast and early, getting those hits, making that contact with the ball. And then for Bo, tough luck with the pitches coming to them, because Plymouth has such strong pitchers with a lot of variety in their pitches, whether it be speed or where it's placed over the plate. So, things to work on before the end of the season and tournament time comes up for both teams. But it looks like we're taking the field again. Possibly.
So, yeah, I guess we were wrong about the mercy rule. So we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on. So we got our guy doing a rules check right now. Our producer Andrew sorry, we thought it was over, but it's not over until it's over, Katie.
You're just a mess today.
I came here with my shirt only buttoned with 2 buttons, and that's just how the day went. So, a good rule to go by is button your shirt up all the way, and you're going to have a great day.
Great advice to live by.
That's what I'm here for. Time for the bottom of the 5th inning. Haven't messed that up in quite a while. You know what inning it is now. Strike one called on Gomer. This one high and outside. Another ball.
Plymouth just waiting and biding their time, not swinging at those pitches that they're not that confident in and, aren't the perfect one for them.
Gomer pops this one up on the third base side. It's going to land out of play. Gomer, the second batter in Plymouth's lineup. Keller and Johnston due up as well. Gomer hits this one on the ground to the shortstop. Throw to first. It's not in time. Gomer was able to beat that one out.
Using those wheels that she's got, getting the first, making sure she beats out that pitch and that throw. So great job there by her. And hopefully next up at bat can get her on to second and in a scoring position.
bring up Tristan Keller, the runner at first. Keller strokes this one out to center. Between the legs of the center fielder, Gallmer's heading for third, Keller's heading for second, and that will be a no-out double to keep the inning rolling for the Bobcats.
Tough break there as that hit whizzed right by. Close call for the pitcher. Nothing you can do about that without the reflexes. So,
and that's why you get the face mask on, right?
Yeah.
The mound a little bit closer in softball. They don't have so much time to react to those hard hit balls. I still feel like that would hurt, though.
what?
Getting hit in the face mask.
It would just pinch your face.
That's why they wear it. And there's actually a pinch hitter on for Johnston here. Strike called. So we have a correction. The Mercy rule actually is 12 runs. So for that to occur in this game, Plymouth would have to score 2 more runs, and Bow would have to score no more runs. But, you know, Bow, the way they're playing, it seems like they're going to be able to claw their way back into this one, maybe even score a couple more runs and make it interesting if they can really get those bats going. And, you know, with Johnston off of the mound, there's a chance that they can get those hits. 3-1 count, nobody out. Runners on second and third. Strike called. Now a full count. Hit right back up the middle once again. A run will score. Another run comes in. Now there is a 12-run lead for Plymouth. Now trying to figure out just exactly what's going on. Umpire over to talk to the Bow coach again. And that's it.
All right, so I gave my end of the game thoughts already. What are yours?
So I thought, you know, we got here. I got here at the end of the first inning, you know, saw Plymouth just raking it in with those hits. And I was just really impressed with the way Johnston was pitching early in the game. You know, when your team's hitting like that, when you also have that pitcher who can shut down the other lineup, you know, it just gives you so much confidence that everything's going right and there's just no way you can lose. And Plymouth looked amazing today. That was my takeaway from today's game. You got anything else you want to say before we wrap it up before the interview?
No, I was just going to say stay tuned for the wonderful interview brought to you by our second best broadcaster.
Yeah, have an interview with Coach. Don't go anywhere. I'm here with head coach Brian Blanchard of the Plymouth Bobcats, and a great win today. How do you find a teaching moment, you know, in a game where you play so well?
Well, the girls actually, when they play hard like that, you know, we have a few moments to talk about some things in there. We've practiced all this stuff. They know what they're doing or what they should be doing, and you know, today they played a great game.
And I just want to ask you a question about a confusion at third base, because we had no idea what was going up in the booth up there. Could you explain to me what happened on that play?
There was confusion about the DP flex rule, and the umpire didn't have it correct. But so when there's confusion like that, or he thinks there's a girl in the wrong spot, she's automatically out on base. He corrected it after, but it was too late.
It is a tough call. I mean, no harm, no foul. I guess you guys still do go get the win, but you know, it's a tough play there. I can imagine. You know, got you all riled up. What can you say, you know, about these seniors, kind of what they brought to the team, and then, you know, especially, you know, Johnston's pitching early on in this game, getting all kinds of strikeouts.
Yeah, the seniors have been incredible leaders all year long for us. You know, they've stepped up. They've helped the young girls play. They've come to play. They've done a good job. They've kept us. We had a long spring, cold weather, snow and ice, and they kept the team together, practicing. They've done a great job. And Casey's doing a great job pitching for us. You know, sophomore, she's coming in. She's had us in every single game we've played. Win or lose, she's had us in the game. She's done a great job for us.
Thank you, Coach. I want to wish you luck with the rest of the season. And I know you guys don't need it the way you're playing right now, right?
Yeah, we'll take the luck. We'll take it. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. And for the rest of our broadcasting team, I want to thank you for tuning in. Joey LeBlanc and Katie Martin signing off.